Welcome to LANTITEPrep.com's lesson all about box and whisker plots. Thank you for joining this lesson and giving us the honour of helping you prepare to pass your LANTITE exam. Without further ado, let's begin. In this lesson, you will learn how to use box and whisker plots to represent datasets, interpret box and whisker plots, and use box and whisker plots to compare data sets. As a refresher, remember that a box and whisker plot represents the spread of a data set on a number line by displaying the smallest value, the largest value, and the quartiles, including the first quartile or Q1, second quartile, which we actually call the median, or Q2, and the third quartile, or Q3. Now, if this looks confusing at the moment, don't worry, it'll all make more sense in a moment. Box and whisker plots are merely visual representations that use a lot of what we've garnered in our previous mean, median, and mode lesson. Your exam will likely present you with a data set and you will use the information to interpret and match the data to displays, starting with the ages of members of a golf club for young professionals, which you can see on the screen now. Furthermore, a common exam question may likely ask you to find the Q1, Q2, and the Q3, so go ahead and try your best to do so. When you are ready for the solution, click play and let's talk about it. Alright, great. Step 1 is to order the data set from the smallest number to the largest. Step 2 is to find the median, which is the number directly in the middle of all the numbers of the dataset. In this case, we can see that there are a total of 12 golf club members, which is an even number. Step 3 is to find the first quartile, which is the lower half of the data. This means that we split the entire list of the golf club members into two. Take the portion on the left side or smaller side and find the median of only that first half of numbers. Again, we have a total of 6 numbers, so we'll find the sum of the two in the middle, 22 and 24, and divide that by 2, resulting in a Q1 of 23. Ready for Q3? Let's move on to this section now. Step 2 is to find the median, which is a number directly in the middle of all the numbers of the dataset. In this case, we can see that there are a total of 12 golf club members, which is an even number. Just as we learned in the previous lessons, when we have an even numbered list, we'll find the sum of the two middle numbers, which are 25 and 25, and we'll divide that by 2, resulting in the median of 25. Step 3 is to find the first quartile, which is the lower half of the data. This means that we split the entire list of golf club members into 2. Take the portion on the left side or smaller side and find the median of only that first half of numbers. Again, we have a total of 6 numbers, so we'll find the sum of the 2 in the middle, 22 and 24, and divide that by 2, resulting in a Q1 of 23. Ready for Q3? Let's move on to this section now. As noted, step 4 is to find Q3, which is similar to finding Q1, but only for the second half of the data set. Here we can see that Q3 results in being 29. Now, if on exam day you receive a question that asks you to find the interquartile range, that's simply the difference between the third quartile, Q3, and the first quartile, Q1. It shows the spread of the middle 50% of the data. Next, keep in mind that when you are given two different box and whisker plots, you are asked to compare them. If the left whisker is longer than the right one, this means most of the data is concentrated on the right side of the plot. Furthermore, if both whiskers are the same length and the median is positioned in the center, it indicates the data is evenly spread. In other words, it is symmetric. Additionally, if the right whisker is longer than the left one, that means most of the data is clustered on the left side of the plot. Now, let's compare two box and whisker plots side by side. Here is a double box and whisker plot that represents the two test scores for two classes, the pink class and the green class. Question 1. Which class has a more symmetric distribution of exam scores? Take a moment here and come back when you're ready. Alright, as we can see, the pink class's whiskers are closer to equal, so the answer will be the pink class. Second question. Which class has the wider interquartile range? Again, take a moment, gather your answer, and come back when you're ready for the solution. Alright, remember that we calculate the IQR by taking the difference between the third quartile and the first quartile. In this case, the larger IQR will come from the box that is longest, will again be the pink class. Take our box and whisker plots quiz now and check your understanding of this topic before taking the real exam by getting access to our test prep at LANTITEPrep.com. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next video.